What's up guys, TechTime here, and before I begin, I just want to take a moment and thank you all so much for watching my videos. If you do enjoy this one, make sure you leave a thumbs up, also make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So with that being said, today I'm going to be doing my kind of halfway cycle through the 2024 Moto Edge. And I did name this phone as the 2024 phone of the year, and it carries on to even 2025. So this phone was released back in June of 2024. It's in this 6-month cycle, and my thoughts on it hasn't really changed much. If anything, I did grow to like this phone even more. So one of the biggest changes that this phone brought to the table when it first launched is its new design. So basically Motorola did have a good theme going for it. So they're using this kind of vegan leather material that is, at the end of the day, is kind of, think of it as, well, it's exactly what it is. So it's this fake leather material that feels, one, really good in the hand, and it does provide a solid grip of the phone. If there was one negative that I could say about this material is, one, it's really hard to clean once it gets dirty if like dust and lint and things like that get on it. And two, it is easier to scratch. But it's actually very unified throughout the back of the phone, where every curve and even the camera housing itself is covered with that material. Now, you don't get really a headphone jack with this phone. You do, however, get some stupid crazy fast charging. I didn't really care for the headphone jack. I didn't really miss it that much. The other thing that I want to complain a little bit about when it comes to the design is the button placement. So you do have the power volume up and down on the right hand side, but they're so freaking thin that it took some time to get used to. I don't want to say that I like it, but I did end up getting used to it. And you also have one of my favorite design aspects is this kind of action button that we will go ahead and talk about later. But overall, as a design, it has its ups and downs, but mainly it's a really good design. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is this controversial display, and I'll tell you why I think it's controversial. So the 2024 Moto Edge provides some of the best display technology that I've seen for a phone at this price point. So as of right now, you can get this phone unlocked for $299, and for that price, you get some really good specs. So you get 144 Hz refresh rate. In addition to that, you get a 6.6-inch 2400 by 1080p that can reach peak brightness of up to 1300 nits, which is insane, and it is a Super AMOLED display. It does have Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Now, the controversy begins with actually what this phone is even supposed to be. So it is the 2024 Moto Edge. The Edge is the theme of the phone, and that's where some people may not like it because of the edges itself. Me personally, I'm in the middle. Sometimes I like it, sometimes it's good. Other times it can be kind of obtrusive to the content that I'm watching. But if you can get past that, then this is definitely one of the best displays that you can get for that price point on a brand new phone. So definitely watching videos, browsing the web, anything that would require you to use this display is an experience. Now, because of the edges, they may sometimes kind of interfere with your video watching, but for the most part, no issues. Still works really good. As far as the performance, this phone delivers for a mid-range device. So you get the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 processor, Adreno 710 GPU, 256GB of standard storage, 8GB of RAM, 5000 mAh battery, 68 of wire charging, 15 watt of wireless charging. So in the performance aspect, for $299 unlocked, it delivers. Everything about this phone's performance experience was really good. However, I do have to mention, I feel like because this phone is kind of thin and the material of choice, the heat dissipation is not as good as I would like it to be, which basically essentially means that it does get abnormally more warm than I would like it to be, but it wasn't like crazy hot to where it would get uncomfortable, but you can definitely feel it. So keep that in mind. The next conversation that I want to talk about is within the camera itself. So I did a whole dedicated camera review. I'll leave it in the description below, but basically the bottom line is this. You get a main sensor of 50 megapixel. You also get a nice ultra wide sensor, and the story behind this camera, it's not the best camera in the world. However, under the correct lighting conditions and under some really good scenarios, this phone does deliver some good pictures that, again, above average for its price point. So you can definitely take some really decent pictures with this phone, and I wouldn't mind sharing those on social media, or even use this phone as kind of a creator phone to make videos or do content creation. It's not going to be the best experience, but it's definitely going to be a really good experience for the ultimate money that you're paying for this phone. Now, Circling back, I want to do speak on my favorite feature, which is this kind of action button. So this is basically a customizable button that I feel like in the Android platform, it's weird enough that customizable as Android phones are, I wish a lot of them implement this kind of additional button that would allow you to do more with your phone and kind of make the experience better. So basically, this is a customizable button that you can use to launch a lot of apps and do a couple of things with. So if you press on it, I have it set up to where I launch my messages, but if you press and hold, you get access to settings that would allow you to do more actions. So you can basically, let's say for example, you want to set it for a set location. Let's say you want to go home and you have the address already saved on your Google Maps. You can pick that action, and when it comes time to do it, you can hold the button and launch that action, and many more. You can do a lot more things with it. This is just a quick example. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite features. In addition to that, you still have all these cool Motorola features like flicking the phone to launch the flashlight, twisting the phone to launch the camera app. So a lot of great things that you can do with this phone that are customizable that I wish a lot more Android phones adapt. Now that it's in its 6-month cycle, so this is definitely a phone that I would highly recommend if you still want to be under that kind of $300 price bracket, where when it first launched it was at $499, which I thought it was a little bit expensive just because it's not going to be as popular. But for $299, it's definitely a phone that I can easily recommend to people. You get a lot of storage, a good camera, an amazing display, and a solid overall design and a solid performance overall. So with that being said, I want to hear your thoughts on the 2024 Moto Edge. I'm impressed. I can't wait to see what the 2025 version is going to be like. Hopefully, it impresses me even more. So before I put the camera down and turn it off, I just want to thank you all so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate all my subscribers, and it means a lot to me if you guys hit that subscribe button. Again, highly appreciate you guys, and I want to thank you all, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching.